My historical question was, what made the Roman Empire so powerful and successful? Well, in this video, I'm explaining how it is related with the Sustainable Development Goal number 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. This goal talks about innovating and improving countries that are in development, and its main goal is to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Romans were able to do that thanks to their army, their organization, and the paths that were all over the empire. As a result of this, the empire was all territories surrounding the Mediterranean and more. A more specific example of this relation and how Romans accomplished it is that part of this goal is involved in getting water to some countries where it is scarce. And to solve that issue, Romans had aqueducts, which are amazing feats of engineering for that time that allowed cities to have water. Another example is that some countries don't have very good roads, and Romans had a very well organized and strong system of roads, and thanks to those roads, they were able to move all around their empire or trade with no trouble. If this SDG isn't promoted, it could affect and limit education, probably make it worse than it already is in some countries. In the ancient Rome, children of rich or wealthy families had access to education. However, it wasn't perfect because women and children of poor families couldn't study, but that was probably thanks to the beliefs that Romans had. An organization that is working to achieve the SDG number 9 is Construction for Change. The vision of this organization is that every person, despite where they live, has access to well-built spaces where they can manage their health, further their education, or increase their economic mobility. The mission is that together with other non-profit organizations, they build spaces where people can become healthier, better educated, and increase economic mobility. Construction for Change was built upon the belief that the service and value they provide is meant for others. Also, Construction for Change builds world-class facilities where people can exchange information, discuss ideas, and access life-improving services. It is in the US. Nevertheless, it has completed 42 facilities in 16 countries across 4 continents. They start where their services are needed the most, meaning in communities where people are struggling with poverty and oppression. I believe that the SDGs are a good idea, but the problem is that not all the countries have the capacity of accomplishing them for 2030 as it is planned, at least not yet. They still have some work to do. Maybe some of the SDGs were thought as a way to avoid an issue or event that happened in history. In the case of SDG number 9, probably it is to help those countries that weren't able to fully develop thanks to their historic events that they went through or the events that they're going through right now. I could read the basic aspects of the 17 SDGs and see what they are planning and what they could be the result and stuff like that, so that way I can know what I could do to help accomplish them.